I think, and this is a philosophy that I personally developed over time. Yes, I came from a PR agency, so I am biased that way. But I think that depending upon what your approach and what your objectives are for social, that should drive who is leading it. And in fact, at McDonald's, we're very, very careful about the word ownership, because ownership means kind of creates a vision of it's mine, and you can't touch it. Don't leave, go somewhere else. Go do your own thing. So as we were establishing our social media strategy, it is a cross-functional group. Our agency support there includes Golan Harris, our PR firm, OMD, our media buying agency, and then Tribal, who's our digital agency. And so we set up this notion early on with everyone that no one owns social media, but we do have this concept of drivers and path leaders. And so what we've done is per channel, we'll say that, okay, Twitter being a very conversational channel, and PR has really good strengths in conversation, so PR needs to be the driver of Twitter. Doesn't mean that OMD and media buying and marketing don't have any say in that, they do, but PR is in the lead. On Facebook, it's more of a marketing entity for us, but the communications team, the PR team also influence both the strategy that's there and then the actual creation of content that goes with it.
Bob, then Allstate?
Well, I'll tell you, Rick's wrong. Marketing owns it. But seriously, I don't think anybody owns it. The model that we've adopted within the organization, my team does report in through marketing, but that being said, we've set ourselves up as a resource for the entire corporation. The intention is that we will not be the control or frankly the bottleneck for all things social, but rather we're there to help and enable other people to use it appropriately within their departments. So, for example, we have employee networks that are oriented around certain things, and we work closely with those teams to embrace them. We have the foundation, which is a charitable arm, and again, we advise the foundation how to best use it. Our claims organization is using social networks as a way to reach out to potential folks who've had incidents where they need help. We have direct responsibility for the consumer community. We have responsibility for developing and publishing governance and controls and rules, but for the most part we take a position that it's our job to identify guide rails and to help people operate within those guide rails rather than a strict set of here's all the things you can't do because if you do bad things are going to happen. Instead, here's how you do things well and do them successfully.
I'm going to go with they're both wrong. I concur that no one owns it because it needs to be driven by objectives and strategies, not by functions and channels. So social isn't a channel and it's not a media, it's a behavior. It's a behavior that exists naturally and that we are trying to develop, nurture, and further in support of our business objectives and in support of our consumers. And as such, it really depends on what we're talking about to figure out where it needs to happen and where it needs to live. So we have a team that supports social, which includes marketing, which includes corporate affairs, which includes consumer relations, because there's a very vested interest in consumer contacts running through consumer relations. It includes legal, it includes nutrition, because we're a highly regulated industry. It includes PR. And we really bring together the best of all of those resources to set the guardrails and make sure that we are developing programs in support of our brands, in support of our corporation, and in support of our consumers that really move the dial. And so, I think it really depends on what your objective is and how you are facilitating social.